Record. Alright, guys. Today we're looking at some PragerU shit. What are they claiming this time? Leftist students support segregation. Now, this is an old-ass video. I thought it was from like years ago, but it's a year old. A year and a month and a day, that is, to be precise. And we're gonna see what exactly they have to offer and what the fuck they're trying to put forward.
I'm Ami Horowitz. Colleges are creating separate housing, graduations, and even gyms for black students and other minorities. So I went to Columbia University to find out what students think about this.
Okay. Ami on the loose, dude.
Would you support segregated housing for
I'm glad they canceled this segment.
black people?
I think a lot of like schools have like interest housing where like black students can like and students of color can like live together.
Separate.
Yeah, the idea is to create like a space for people of color to just exist with each other in there. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's
White people.
Yeah, that's like a normal thing in most cases.
that's not the same thing. At a college, having that is not the same thing as having like segregated like restaurants and shit in society. Like that's not.
And you guys are cool with that?
Yeah.
It comes from the school saying we're now going to offer black students separate housing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would support it. I don't see a problem with that.
Okay, yeah. No, I would be supportive of it.
Why not?
I want to be
So this is just like PragerU is just like Caitlin Bennett, bro. Like, why is she not on here? Like, this is literally the same shit. Like, approach a college kid, ask them a question, they give you a perfectly rational answer, and then you play it off and edit it as if they're the idiots.
doing with people like me. It wouldn't change anything for me because, I mean, as you can see, I'm a white person. But if they would be happy
I couldn't tell.
doing...
Would you support black students having their own separate graduation?
I'm sure that's what they wanted.
So you'd be okay with that?
Yes.
Separate graduation.
Yeah, if that's what they wanted, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would.
Absolutely, they should have it.
What about kind of black safe spaces?
Now, I don't know why they're saying this like they should have it. Like, oh yeah, dude. They should have it. The black people. Like, that's kind of like a... That was probably... This chick is probably a white feminist. Like, you know, condescending to minorities rather than, like, you know, just viewing them as any other human being. I'll check my fucking DMs after the video.
Absolutely, they should have it.
What about kind of black safe spaces?
Yeah, I'm for that. That's
To have like your own space where the black people kind of separate from the white people.
Yeah, and you could also have a space for, like, only women and a space for, like, only fucking LGBT people. Like, this exists. This happens.
Wow.
Just several blocks away from the campus bubble in the local black community, the opinions on this issue were unanimous.
Yeah, obviously if you go outside of a college environment, you're gonna talk to people who are dumber, who didn't go to college. And secondly, we don't know what he asked her. We're not provided with any context of, like, what he actually said.
Are you going back in time? Why are you separating? We're all together.
Wait, I don't understand the logic there. I feel like that's basically segregation. We should all graduate together.
I feel that that's segregation and that shouldn't be happening.
It's obviously terrible to separate people by race.
Discrimination might not be the ultimate
Yeah,
goal.
it's terrible to separate people by race.
People take it that way.
Do you think it's almost racist to do that?
To do what? We don't get what he said. We don't get what he asked them. I don't get to know what he asked. He could have easily asked them a different thing than he asked the fucking college kids.
I would think.
It's all about social skills, and if you can't converse with people who are not of the same skin color than you, then there's no reason for you to be social at all.
Separating people by race at the gym? I don't even understand that. Like, what?
It's like white people don't get their feelings hurt when they get dunked.
Look at this devious face, dude. This guy's just like a generic dude. Look at this devious face. He's like, yes, yes, dude, yes. We're fucking making them fucking, those leftists look like such, those libtards. We're making them look so bad right now. Like, look at this shit, dude. He's, slimy ass fucking PragerU at it again.
Done.
The landmark case of Brown versus Board of Education overturned the legality of racial segregation based on the...
And then they give you a history lesson connected to it so that you can feel like a smart, big-brained right-winger, like, yeah.
...of separate but equal. But did it really? It's going to be separate, it all has to be equal.
Yeah.
It can be separate, but it's got to be equal, obviously.
Of course, as long as it's equal.
If it's going to be separate, it has to be equal, though, obviously, in terms of what the housing is, the graduation.
See, I don't even understand.
Right.
Like, yeah. Obviously, it's gonna be just like any other graduation or house, dude.
Make the most sense.
These students are not the only people on board with this type of racial segregation.
Hey, I'm Chris Barker. I'm Imperial Wizard for the Loyal White Knights.
And then they cut to a KKK member.
That's Klan.
Chris and his wife have their own safe space.
And he's just hanging out with them.
Here in North Carolina, where he could be away from all those people who engage in microaggressions. But Chris is really a macroaggression kind of guy. Chris was arrested for stabbing another Klan leader over an argument about who was the most racist.
And he thinks this is like, this makes him so badass, dude. Like, this guy's practically coming over.
There's this thing going on university campuses where they're trying to separate black people.
He's malding.
From white people in gyms, in
It's the horny version of malding. That's what this guy's doing, talking to this Nazi.
Graduations and housing. How do you feel about that?
I think it's a good thing, and I think it's in people's nature. I mean, it's in everybody's nature to be with their own kind. People are tribal.
See?
And we want to be amongst our own.
And this is like the see, dude, the left are the real racist moment. See, it's like, oh yeah, no, dude. It's not racist to have a people of color only space at a college campus.
I mean, we're still a segregated nation regardless, and it's always going to be that way.
Are you glad that the left has kind of come around to your point of view?
It would be a good thing if the left continues that way.
If it is separated like this, I hope that they can.
See, dude, Nazbol is real. When we're doomed.
And we want to be amongst our own selves. And
fascists are okay with leftists if they are also racist.
We're still a segregated nation regardless, and it's always going to be that way.
Are you glad?
If you're gonna call yourself a socialist, make sure you're not fucking racist, is my point.
That the left has kind of come around to your point of view?
It would be a good thing if the left continues that way.
If it is separated like this, I hope that they continue.
I'm pretty glad that they're doing it too. If they can stay more segregated, maybe the whites can learn their own culture.
I'm kind of happy about it.
Maybe the whites can learn their own culture.
Truthfully. I'm smiling, you know.
I wonder if there's any other interesting things that you agree with college leftists. Like,
I wonder why the wife didn't want to be on camera.
Safe space, you guys emo, do you listen to Cardi B?
I don't listen to Cardi B, I
wonder if he punches her at night.
Do emo.
Have you seen Black Klansman?
No, I refuse to watch it.
We think you might be the man to open things up around here.
Are you guys familiar?
He's just watching Black Klansman.
With Brown versus Board of Education?
Yes.
Do you think that plays into this at all?
I don't know. I have to go study.
See, they know, like, yeah, it's not the same thing as segregation.
Thank you for watching this video.
Fuck you, Dennis. Cock and ball torture. Where's that? Where's that at? Comrade, Cora, cock and ball torture. Dennis Prager, CBT.
Cock and ball torture. Cock and ball torture. Cock and ball torture. Cock and ball torture.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Alright, yeah, so PragerU is continued to be stupid. What else is new?